Welcome in second part of chapter number 5 Indigo. When the court convened, the judge said he would never deliver the judgment for several days. Meanwhile, he allowed Gandhi to remain at liberty. Rajendra Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, Maulana Mazharul Haq, and several other prominent lawyers had arrived from Bihar. They conferred with Gandhi. What would they do if he was sentenced to prison? Gandhi asked. Why? The senior lawyer replied. They had come to advise and help him. If he went to jail, there would be nobody to advise and they would go home. Reconvent means to start again after a small break, and liberty means freedom. Prominent, important, and well known. Conferred means granted. When the court proceedings restarted, the judge refused to deliver any judgment for many days to come. He allowed Gandhi to remain free. Some well known lawyers like Rajendra Prasad, Brij Kishore Babu, and Maulana Mazharul Haq came from Bihar to help and advise Gandhi. Gandhi asked that if he was sentenced to jail, then what would be their course of action? तो अब वो लोग क्या करेंगे, ये गांधी जी ने उनसे पूछा. One senior lawyer replied that they were there to help him out, and if he was sentenced to jail, then they would return back. What about the injustice to the sharecroppers? Gandhi demanded. The lawyers withdraw to consult. Rajendra Prasad has recorded the upshot of their consultations. They thought amongst themselves that Gandhi was totally a stranger, and yet he was prepared to go to prison for the sake of the peasants. If they, on the other hand, being not only residents of the adjoining districts but also those who claim to have served these peasants, should go home, it would be shameful desertion. They accordingly went back to Gandhi and told him they were ready to follow him into jail. The Battle of Champaran is won, he exclaimed. Then he took a piece of paper and divided the group into pairs and put down the order in which each pair was to court arrest. Injustice means unfairness. Withdrew means left. Upshot means result or conclusion. Consultations means discussion. Desertion means action of leaving a place, organization, etc. When Gandhi came to know about their decision, he asked them to help the sharecroppers who were facing unfairness. Rajendra Prasad and other lawyers concluded that if Gandhi could go to jail for the people of their area, although he was a stranger, मीन्स वो अजनबी थे लेकिन वो फिर भी उनके लिए जेल जाने को तैयार थे, then they should also follow him as they had always claimed to serve the peasants and fought their legal battles too. They decided that if Gandhi went to jail, then they would follow too. On hearing this, Gandhi assured them that their struggle for Champaran's peasants had been won. He divided the group into pairs of two and made a sequence in which they had to voluntarily surrender in the court. Several days later, Gandhi received a written communication from magistrate informing him that Lieutenant Governor of the province had ordered the case to be dropped. Civil disobedience had triumphed the first time in modern India. Gandhi and the lawyers now proceeded to conduct a far flung inquiry into the grievances of the farmers. Depositions by about 10,000 peasants were written down and notes made on the other evidence. Documents were collected. The whole area, throbbed with the activity of the investigations and the vehement protest of the landlords. Lieutenant governor means deputy governor, province means region or territory, civil disobedience means peaceful form of political protest, triumph means won, grievances means complaints, depositions means a formal written statement, evidence means proof, throb means produced a lot of vibrations due to a huge crowd. Investigators, the inspectors were meant showing strong feeling, forceful, passionate, or intense. After some days, the magistrate sent a letter to Gandhiji, in which it was written that as per the orders of Deputy Governor, the case against him had been taken back. It was for the first time in modern India that a peaceful protest against the government had been won. Gandhi and other lawyers carried on with an in depth investigation into the injustice with the farmers. Statements of about 10,000 peasants were recorded and various documentary proofs were collected. The whole area vibrated with activity, the investigators and the protesting landlords. In June, Gandhi was summoned to Sir Edward Gate, the Lieutenant Governor. Before he went, he met leading associates and again laid details plans for civil disobedience if he should not return. Gandhi had four protracted interviews with Lieutenant Governor, who, as a result, appointed an official commission of inquiry into the indigo sharecroppers situation. The commission consisted of landlords, government officials, and Gandhi as the sole representative of the peasants. Gandhi remained in Champaran for an initial uninterrupted period of 7 months and then again for several shorter visits. The visit, undertaken casually on the entreaty of an unlettered peasant in an expectation that it would last a few days, occupied almost a year of Gandhi's life. The official inquiry assembled a crushing mountain of evidence against the big planters, and when they saw this, they agreed in principle to make refunds to the peasants. But how much must we pay? They asked Gandhi. Initial means at the start. Uninterrupted means continuous. Entreaty means an earnest or humble request. Assembled means gathered. Gandhi remained in Champaran for 7 months. He also made several short visits later. His visit on the request of a peasant was presumed to last a few days, but it took a year. The official inquiry didn't favor the planters, hence, they agreed to pay back to the peasants, but they questioned Gandhi regarding the amount to be repaid. They thought he would demand repayment in full of the money which they had illegally and deceitfully extorted from the sharecroppers. He asked only 50%. There he seemed adamant, writes Reverend J. Z. Hodge, a British missionary in Champaran who observed the entire episode at close range. Thinking probably that he would not give way, the representative of the planters offered to refund to the extent of 25%, and to his amazement, Mr. Gandhi took him at his word, thus breaking the deadlock. This settlement was adopted unanimously by the commission. Gandhi explained that the amount of the refund was less important than the fact that the landlords had been obliged to surrender part of the money and with it part of their prestige. Therefore, as far as the peasants were concerned, the planters had behaved as lords above the law. Now the peasant saw that he had rights and defenders. He learned courage, deceitfully, dishonestly. Exhorted means took forcibly. Adamant means firm. Amazement, surprise. Obliged means required or made legally bound to do something. Deadlock means a situation in which no progress can be made. Unanimously means without opposition. Prestige means honor or esteem. Defenders means protector. The money lenders had thought that Gandhi would ask for the full payment of the money which they had taken from the peasants forcefully and fraudulently. But he asked for only 50% and his decision was firm. A missionary, Reverend J.Z. Hodge, who had a close watch on the matter, reported this. The planters offered to pay only 25% as they thought it would be rejected by Gandhi. He immediately accepted it. Gandhi said that the amount of money was not important but the giving money. The planters had bowed down to the peasants and had given away their honor too. The planters who earlier behaved as if they were above the law now had to abide by it. This made the peasants realize their rights and give them courage to fight for them. Event justified Gandhi's position. With a few years, the British planters abandoned their estates, which reverted to the peasants. Indigo sharecropping disappeared. Gandhi never contented himself with large political or economic situation. He saw the cultural and social backwardness in the Champaran villages and wanted to do something about it immediately. He appeared for teachers Mahadev Desai and Narhari Parekh, two young men who had just joined Gandhi as disciples, and their wives volunteered for the weeks. Several more came from the Bombay, Pune, and other distant parts of the land. Devdas, Gandhi's youngest son, arrived from the ashram and so did Mrs. Gandhi. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages. Kasturba taught the ashram rules on the personal cleanliness and community sanitation. Justified means marked by a good or legitimate reason. Abandoned means deserted. Estate means property. Reverted means returned. Contented means willing to accept something satisfied. Events had proven Gandhi's position. The British planters had to leave their property within the next few years. These properties were returned back to the peasants. Indigo sharecropping soon came to an end. Gandhi was not satisfied by achieving political or economic solutions. He sought to remove the cultural and social backwardness of Champaran. Gandhi wanted to do something to remove the backwardness in the villages of Champaran. He requested teachers such as Mahadev Desai and Nannar Hari uh, Park and their wives to teach the villages. Both of them were followers of Gandhi. Many other volunteers came from Bombay and Pune to join them. Mrs. Gandhi and their younger son Devdas arrived from the ashram for their help. Primary schools were opened in 6 villages where Kasturba used to teach the ashram rules on cleanliness and community sanitation. Health conditions were miserable. Gandhi got a doctor to volunteer his services for 6 months. These medicines were available: castor oil, quinine, and sulfur ointment, and anybody who showed a coated tongue was given a dose of castor oil. Anybody with malaria fever received quinine plus castor oil. Anybody with skin eruptions received ointment plus castor oil. Gandhi noticed the filthy state of women's clothes. He asked Kasturba to talk to them about it. One woman took Kasturba into her hut and said, "Look, there are no box or cupboard here for clothes. The sari I am wearing is the only one I have. Miserable means unhappy, sad. Volunteer means a person who offers his service free of cost. Eruption means hair, a spot, rash, or other mark appearing suddenly on the skin. The health conditions of the people of Champaran were very poor. So Gandhi got a doctor who offered his services free of cost for 6 months. There were only three medicines: castor oil, quinine, and sulfur ointment available. A patient with a coated tongue was given castor oil, a malaria patient was served as a dose of quinine, and a patient with a skin disorder was given ointment and castor oil. The women of the area used to wear dirty clothes. When Gandhi tried to know the reason through his wife, he was told that those were only sari each of the woman had. During his long stay in Champaran, Gandhi kept a long distance watch on the ashram. He sent regular instruction by mail and asked for financial accounts. Once he wrote to the residents that it was time to fill in the old latrine trenches and dig new ones, otherwise, the old ones would begin to smell bad. The Champaran episode was a turning point in Gandhi's life. What I did, he explained, was a very ordinary thing. I declared that the British could not order me about in my own country. Instruction means order or commands, resident means locals. While Gandhiji was in Champaran, he kept a long distance vigil on the ashram. He used to send letters of orders regarding financial matters. Once he wrote to the locals that it was time to dig new latrines as the old ones. He started giving false smell. The Champaran incident changed Gandhi's life. He said that he had done a regular thing. He had put his point across that the Britishers could not order him in his own country. But Champaran did not begin as an act of defense. It grew out of an attempt to alleviate the distress of large numbers of poor peasants. This was the typical Gandhi pattern. His politics were intertwined with the practical day-to-day problems of the millions. He was not a loyalty of abstractions. It was a loyalty to living human beings. In everything Gandhi did, moreover, he tried to mold a new free Indian who could stand on his own feet and thus make India free. Defiance means opposition, elevate means uplift, distress means torture, intertwine means twisted, abstractions means something which exists only as an idea. The Champaran Satyagraha was an act of opposition. It was an attempt to help out of poor and tortured peasants. This was Gandhi's way to solve issues. His politics was knitted up with the everyday problems faced by the millions of people. He did not aim at the fulfillment of ideas, rather, he was concerned for the people. The basic idea was to serve humanity and make a free Indian who could stand for his rights. Early in the Champaran action, Charles Freer Andrews, the English pacifist who had become a devoted follower of Mahatma, came to bid Gandhi farewell before going on a tour of duty to the Fiji Islands. Gandhi's loyal friends thought it would be a good idea for Andrews to stay in Champaran and help them. Andrews was willing if Gandhi agreed, but Gandhi was vehemently opposed. He said, "You think that in this unequal fight it would be helpful if we have an Englishman on our side. This shows the weakness of your heart. The cause is just, and you must rely upon yourself to win the battle. You should not seek a prop in Mr. Andrews because he happens to be an Englishman." He had read our minds correctly, Rajendra Prasad comments, and we had no reply. Gandhi, in this way, taught us a lesson in self reliance. Self reliance, Indian independence, and help to sharecroppers were all bound together. Pacifist means peacemaker. Vehemently means in an intense manner. Self reliance means self sufficiency, self support. Prop means support. Charles Frere Andrews, who was a pacemaker, visited Gandhi before going on a tour of duty to the Fiji Islands. Gandhi's loyal friends wanted Andrews to stay at the ashram and help them, but Gandhi refused. He said that they didn't need the help of Britishers as it showed a lack of trust in their own abilities. He asked them not to seek any help from Mr. Andrews, and he was an Englishman. Rajendra Prasad later on stated that Gandhi had read their thoughts, and his replies served as a lesson of self-sufficiency for them. Being self-dependent, free, and helping the peasants, all these acts of Gandhi were interconnected. So this was the chapter. Thank you.